Hello, hello, hello. Good, is it evening, technically? Evening! Or good morning, or good night, whatever you guys are on. Hello, hello. Someone asked how the F1 build was. Fantastic. It turned out amazing. I'm still typing on it. Although I really haven't been at my desk much. I was doing some work today. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of holiday stuff right now. Still holiday mentality and zone, you know. Jeb, thank you so much for the tier 1,
it's a
man.
big, beautiful day. What a lovely fucking day.
Thank you so much, Jed. I appreciate you, man. Ivan, thank you so much. Hello, fellow people into keyboards. Hello. Spent a decent part of the day at IKEA. Good time. Was it busy today, Ed? I actually cleaned a little bit. Like, I organized a lot of my excess switches, and then I found a batch of switches, which I'm gonna mod, because these are Gatoron switches. I left one on my desk to show you guys. I'll show you quick. These are Gatoron switches that I found. I have 80 of them, and I plan on modding them. I'm gonna stem swap them, though, because I don't like these stems. They're like a very
Bro
light
said
tactile.
batch of switches.
It's true. Hi, Annette. Thank you so much for 17 months. And apparently these only came in the Q1, but I think they're being sold separately as well. But yeah, I'm gonna stem swap them. I'm gonna change them into a linear. I don't really like how light of a tactile switch these are. They're kind of bad. But I have 80 of them, and I like the ink tops and nylon bottom. Yeah, I was thinking about stub stems as well, just keep them tactile.
Hope
you know?
you had a wonderful holiday.
I was thinking that too.
It's been a great
Thank you, Ray.
34 months of subscribing to the best keyboard stream on Twitch. The GOAT.
Aw, thanks.
Keep slaying, my man.
Thanks, man. I'll try my best. I'm upset that HMX Crisp won't be restocked. HMX Crisp? Never heard of that one there. Merry post-Christmas Eve, Pro Max. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Well, I guess no, it's not Christmas Eve. Day after Christmas Day. Yeah, that's the one. Ever built a split space sonnet? No. Is that a new Xmas sweater? It is. It's comfy, and I was a little chilly. Dude, it snowed so much today. It was snowing like crazy. Actually, not looking forward to the weekend. I think it's snowing some more. Tell me about it, man. Yeah, I think it's snowing some more this weekend. God damn it. It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. What do you think of the new accent top for the Class 100? It's a replacement for the PC accent. I haven't seen it, Frankie. Did they just announce it or something? Second Christmas Day? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to the weekend, but I mean, I think it's going to be fine only because I don't have a lot of like things I need to go out and do. So I'm probably just going to stay in. I already wrote myself a little list of things I'm going to do. I'm going to do like articles, stuff like that. So thank you, Raph. Appreciate the prime, man. Pangea Mini's so fucking good. I bet, bro. What'd you build it with? Did you copy my build? Flick! Thank you so much for the 14 months, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you, bro.
Merry Boxing Day, everyone. Thanks for the DM also, Alex.
Oh, no
I had
worries,
sent the patina pics when you were live but ending last stream.
That's okay. I saw it anyways, man. Love you, buddy. Thank you so much for 14 months. Speaking of Boxing Day, did you guys get any good deals? Did you guys find anything good for Boxing Day? So I need a new gaming headset, and I really want the Odyssey Maxwells, but they are sold out literally everywhere except for some places in the US, but they don't ship into Canada. But yeah, apparently there's like a 3-month, 4-month wait. I DM'd some vendors, so I guess I'm not getting a headset anytime soon. I'll ship them to you. They're actually a lot more expensive if I buy them from the States and then ship them into Canada. So I don't even know if I want to do that. I appreciate the offer, Meta. But yeah, it's crazy. I just bought the KVD Craft Lilith after watching a video. I'm going to gift it to my friend. I think it's an amazing gift. It's such a good gift. Do it. Get some shirts from Lululemon. Oh, not bad. Lululemon stuff. I copped the KBD Fans Tet for $80. That's pretty damn good. What's up, Lou? How you doing, man? What's up, Luno? I got nothing. I got nothing from anything. My only goal was to purchase a headset, but I'll just wait. Guess I'm not getting anything for headsets. Thoughts on the new Tofu 3.0? Looks good. It looks really good. I personally like the direction the Tofu stuff's going in. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's going to be good. Aren't studio headphones a better deal, though? So, Killed, I'll tell you the truth, bro. I 100% agree. I would love to do that. I would love to get a pair of nice headphones, which I already have technically, and buy a microphone. However, I am gaming on a desk, so not on this desk, but my gaming desk is about the size of this desk pad, I would say, width-wise. And on this gaming desk, I also have to have my key. Actually, it might be smaller. Yeah, so my keyboard's like over here, and then I have my mouse over here, and I have a mouse pad, not just a full desk pad because it doesn't fit. Then I have my monitor, which is not on a monitor stand because it doesn't support it. For some reason, one of the screws in the back of my monitor, which is like brand new, like it's just not there, so I can't screw it in properly. Zombie, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And then I have a little lamp because it's too dark in the room. So that is pretty much the real estate of desk that I have. So I kind of have to have either one of those low profile boom arms, which doesn't fit, and I tried, and or I could just get one of those dark. I guess I didn't say rum. Oh my god, bro. But yeah, anyways, I've tried. It doesn't really fit, and then I have to get like an audio interface for some of those microphones if I decide to go that way. And I don't know. I tried making sense of it in my head, but I couldn't do it, dude. What do you think if I bought the NEO60 core, but I have the NUT 65 already? I mean, if you just like building keyboards, man, I would say go for it. But is there going to be a big difference? Probably not. Like, unless you build it differently. Unless you go out of your way to build it with different stuff, then yeah, go for it, man. Bye, Asterisk. Take care. How do you like the Gatoron Type Rs? Amazing. I would say my favorite Switch that came out this year. I thought your current setup is your gaming setup? No, I wish. I wish. They're... I don't even know, like, the thing too, guys, the truth of the matter is my gaming room, my gaming desk might even get smaller. There are some things I was thinking about doing, which is buying one of those, like a really small monitor riser. Dude, I did not say rum. There's no way I said rum. Jesus, bro. I'm Canadian as become and you're saying rum? Okay, guys, you know what, dude? Instant replay this shit? Ain't no way, bro. Heard the Nama only sold less than 50 units? Okay. I'm going to give you guys my input on that because I also heard that as well. Launching anything in current day market around Christmas when everyone's already struggling to afford things is a silly move. It doesn't make any sense to launch anything around Christmas time that is luxury goods, that is aimed for the everyday person. It's not like this was done in a way that where they made it like, you know, marketing towards luxury and yada. It was done in a way where it was meant to, hey, look at this. It's just a slightly bit more expensive. It just makes no sense around Christmas. I feel like if they did release that board in its current state, it would have done better any other time of the year. Christmas, no. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Holiday season this year, I don't know how about you. I don't want to speak for everybody. But holiday season was already rough as it was. So I don't know why anyone would release anything like literally leading up to Christmas Day for holiday sake. And it's not like, it doesn't even work because you can't even buy the product and then have it with you. You're waiting for it. Like, you don't have it immediately. So buying like a group buy item for someone doesn't even make sense. So I know, and the Enzo E2 is also in a weird spot now where I also think that the Enzo E is a beautiful board and honestly deserves a lot of attention. It's just hard to do right now, man, because it's the holidays. What's crazy is you could be talking about the Nama. Yeah, it's true. The Nama, the Enzo E, Noel, all these things. Listen, I think this particular year for Christmas is tough. You know? And there was good boards. It wasn't like we had a string of bad boards either. It's not like we had a string of bad shit. There was good stuff that came out. So, bro, honestly, life. Listen, my 2025, I would say has been, like, on a personal level, has been pretty standard. But, like, my life surrounding, like, the surrounding areas of my life, like, 2025, like, I'm fucking over it, bro. I'm ready to go to 2026. Can you tell me a good keyword, just the board, that I can switch out, or that I can out switches and keycaps on? What do you mean? You just want, like, something custom? Whiskey, can you please not spam, bro? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna answer your question then. Bye-bye. Hey Alex, when is the next discounted fees build? I want to do some builds for the keyboard. I have February all open for discounted builds right now. Just message me and say you want it for February. I think my February is pretty open. Let me double check. Let me triple check for you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 builds so far for February, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots left for February. So that's kind of a lot still. And then I usually add more slots into February, so. If Enzo E came in around March, I'd buy it. Yeah, it's just tough, man. Like, it's just tough, you know? And it got banned? No. Giveaways over? Yeah, the giveaways are all done. I don't know, unless... What did we leave off at? I still have the thing open. If we hit 700 subs, I'll give another giveaway, but that's it. I'll give away the Haven 60 at 700. Tax return time, it's a good time to launch a GB. Well, I mean, yeah, if you want to, like, target it towards that, for sure. I think just not Christmas time. Not holiday season where people are already, like, trying to get small things for everybody, and it's just tough, man. It's so tough. Dude, even me and my girlfriend, like, I feel like, truth be told, we've been pretty... We went pretty, like, very small for gifts this year. We didn't do a whole lot. She got me this sweater, and then she got me, like, a little bag, like a little satchel bag, because the one I had from Uniqlo broke. And then I just got her something she wanted, and some books. That's it. Some, like, small stuff. We didn't do anything too crazy. Thank you. I appreciate it, Elaine. Switch recommendation for a foamy classic TKL? For foamy builds, cheese V2s. Blue cheese. Blue cheese. Alex, I'm a blue cheese lover and keep on building keeps with them. What are your thoughts on building the same Switch with versus trying new ones? You can build however you'd like. Don't let anyone sway you into thinking anything different, bro. Okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I've built with the same Switch, being Cherry MX 2As, Milky Yellows, there was KTT Roses for a while, Nixies. You go through phases. And then eventually, you maybe find something else you like. So, don't feel bad. So glad to be able to join a stream after months being too busy. Oh, no worries, Dan. Dan, how are things? Yeah, I was going to say, how'd the job search go? Finally got a job after 10 months of searching, so happy to chill out. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm super happy. How long did you use the Uniqlo bag? 2 years? It's the zipper broke. Like, it fully just snapped off, and we couldn't even... I tried to fix it, and I couldn't fix it. But, dude, I've been mostly happy with all my Uniqlo stuff, except for my shorts. My shorts have all kind of just, like, fallen apart. But yeah. Sounds good, Meta. I'll check after this. But yeah. What'd you guys get for Christmas, anyways? I got a Porter Yoshida bag, and that thing has been holding strong. I want to know what that is, because that sounds hella fancy. Let me Google it real quick. Oh, I've seen these. Oh, these are nice. These are nice. Yeah, those are nice. Those are fancy ones. Porter's good quality? Yeah. I just built the NEO98 and I'm the Agar. I'm loving the Agar and using it for FPS with the angled front lip. Dude, it's a nice one for that. Dude, you guys want to hear the F1? It kind of... I hate saying this, but I feel like, yes, you kind of have to break switches and stabs in. Ooh, love it. It's MX2As with a CEM coreless PCB. It does hit. Stab breaking is real. It is. Got an RFID case to put my car keys so my next Volkswagen doesn't get stolen. Are Volkswagens like a high demand stolen car? I've heard that. I don't know. Honestly, like, I don't know if me and my girlfriend need a car anytime soon. Because I'm taking my like driver lesson, like the final one, like the test thing, like next month. But dude, cars, they're expensive. And honestly, I hear a lot about stolen vehicles, and I hate to focus just on that. But yeah, that's like in the back of my mind too. So, but it is exciting. But I also don't know if we need it. We don't go out a lot, so. These are lubed. I did a very light coat of 205. I've been into lubing my MX2As. I tried the dry style that people have been saying, and... Alex, if I commission a build and have you pick the keycaps, how does it work? It would be a purple sea bass. Tone, if you want me to pick, like, just use my own stuff, just for demo, that's totally fine. But if you want me to source, just let me know. I'm always happy to do that. Always happy. Wait until someone steals your catalytic converter? Oh, please. Please. Get a 98 Civic, man? Yeah. My 5-month-old car got rear-ended. Breaking axle. Not really looking forward to buying a new car again so soon. I mean, dude, that literally hasn't even been half a year, so I feel you there, bro. That's crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that. Dude, Shadow, thank you very much for the tier 1.
Mr. Toes, how goes it? I still don't like MX Black's alexotos pause.
What switch have you been into, Shadow? You tell me. Did you say it doesn't for my question? Sorry, which one was it again? Your question? Oh, the Nut 65 versus the Neo Core? I don't think it really matters. I don't think it really matters, man. I think only buy the board if you want something to build. It's not going to be an upgrade. Let's be real. They're not upgrades. Oh, actually, I have a question before we get started with today's build, guys. Legit question. Did you guys want me to do a 2025 update for all the guides? Like, there's not going to be any difference, but I can update it, being like the switch lubing, stabilizer lubing. I don't know. Did you guys want 25 updates? It's literally just going to be me probably condensing, or I don't know, maybe adding more to like tips and tricks. Please update it. Yes, absolutely not. Probably not. Yeah, because I haven't really found anything else that I'm doing differently. Maybe, remember that person who was upset you didn't include stabs in your guide? Oh, yeah, well, I gotta update that still. That's gonna be updated this weekend because I just took the photos for that today. Yeah, the only thing I was thinking about doing that would be different is maybe for the stabilizer guide, instead of doing a general stab lubing guide, I'll just say, hey, this is how I would lube it if you guys want more in-depth. But I was going to say what Naveed just said. I was going to do like common problems you might face with your stabs. But maybe, Naveed, you're right. Maybe just do the... I need to write that down because that should be on my...
Happy holidays, y'all.
That should be on my list. Thank you, motherfucker. I appreciate you, bro. That should be on my list. I think that should be my #1 guide for the year, is common keyboard problems and how to fix them. Or maybe not so common stuff too. That would be really fun, Burn. I really like that idea. Why'd you say it like that? It's because it's his name. EC Guide would actually be great. Yeah, that's... I'm not super confident in myself there. But yes, I could try to do that too. Can you do a $10,000 Norbs? Yeah, one sec. Let me do that real quick, dude. Hey Alex, got a Neo 65 Core Plus on the way. Any advice for lubing the Neo clip-in stabs? I would do it just with 205. I don't think you need to do it any other way. However, Neo Core Plus, the Neo stabs, I think are fine even with a little dielectric grease. I don't think you're going to hurt going that way either. What's one thing you're looking to continue in the new year and one thing you're looking to change? On like a personal level or a work level? On a work level, I guess I can do both. On a work level, I want to continue doing streams and making them even better, because that's where I find my most passion. And then on a one thing I want to stop, or I guess one thing I change, is I want to change the way I approach my day-to-day. I don't think I'm very organized a lot of the time, and I don't like that. And I think for the next year, like, you know, obviously you should just start it now, but I guess like if I want to say like one thing I want to change about myself, is I would like to just make sure that I'm able to like keep myself in check and focused, find a better way to go about doing that, organize better. So it's really just focus and organization that I want to change work-wise. On a personal level, one thing I want to continue doing is just have the, like, my day-to-day, my drive to just keep doing what I do. You know, hopefully working hard, loving the people around me, making sure I keep in touch with my family. Like, I think that's the only thing I want to say, like, that truly matters at the end of the day. One thing I want to change is... I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I tend to get a little... I'm a little bit short sometimes. Short-fused, I should say. So sometimes, like, I don't stop and think. I'll just act on impulse. That I want to change. But I mean, that's something that I've known about myself for a while. I think I've talked about this in the past. I've definitely gotten better. I don't just instantly react to everything, but it's still there. I want to change that too. Who is mod of the year? And I don't know, dude. This is such a tough one. We'll just go with Anit. Anit is mod of the year, even though he's not a mod. All right. Good job, Anit, on keeping your mod status amazing, Anit. Thank you, Anit. Never took you as a short fuse guy. You know, it's not so much that I'm short fused about everything. Maybe it's not so much short fused. I think it's also just I kind of act on emotion, and then also one other thing I don't like about myself that I want to change is I'm very like black and white. I understand there's gray area, and I'm totally accepting that there's gray area, but things that I feel very passionately about or don't sit with my moral compass, because I think I have a pretty like strong like moral compass. If it kind of doesn't align with me, I'm like, get that out of here. I don't want to see it. I don't even want to hear a reasoning why it exists type thing. So I don't know what that is exactly, but I'm aware it's there. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Like I'm too I guess I'm just too black and white with things, and I need to be able to see the gray area and accept that gray area exists in a way. Like, I guess that's... But I also know it exists, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I know it needs to be done. I just need to be more patient and more accepting of things that don't fit my moral compass, I guess. It's ironic because you're set up all beige and gray. It's true. Well, actually, it's more like warm tones these days. Wob man to the core. White on black, baby. White on black. Love that set. All right, guys. It is time to look at the NEO 98. I closed the page by accident. This keyboard, I am actually so excited for. I don't know about that. Being black and white is much less stress. Dude, sometimes I feel that way too, but not everyone fits that mold. Do you know what I mean? So it rubs people the wrong way. And I've learned that a lot these days. Been a fan of you for 2 years. Watch all your videos. Aw, thanks, bro. I appreciate that, man. What happened to that blue one? Actually, before I look at the NEO98, I promised to get this out for you guys, and I did today. This is my OG blue one that's missing a foot, unfortunately, but it still types fine. I don't know where the foot went. I guess I lost it in the move. But this is one that Gion actually laser engraved for me, like, long time ago. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. It has PBT keycaps on it right now because I was taking photos of it one day, but I don't love the PBT sound profile on this. It sounds so much nicer with ABS. But I think this has like Gateron inks or something. I'm probably going to swap this out eventually. Like, I'm going to rebuild this. But yeah, pretty cool. But it is so much thicker than this F1. I actually prefer the aesthetic of this one here. I think the overall aesthetic is nice on this one. Yeah, it's not a bad sound profile by any means. It's just different. The spacebar is quiet. If I put a ABS on this, it sounds so much nicer. To me, anyways. Everyone's different. But yeah, I got it out for you guys. Thought you guys wanted to see. All right. NEO98 time. So, NEO98, $150 to start. Hold on, where's my scene here? I was gonna do the NEO75 today, but actually, let's look at the webpage first. This is, ooh, you know when you have like the little floaty things in your eyes? I don't like that at all. Take a look at this. Take a look at this, guys. NEO98 starts at 149 bucks. I don't think I can get this to change at all anymore, but the most expensive variation of this would be if I want to go with some of like the mirrored weights. You can see it jumps up to 179 USD. This doesn't change the price, swapping PCBs, at least not that I see, and then swapping plates doesn't change it either. But it comes with an aluminum plate or a PP plate. It has a bunch of different weight options, being golden, silver, so these are spray coated ones, and then some PVD'd options. Again, the most expensive being that multicolored rainbow, I guess they're calling it dusk PVD'd weight. And then we have different colors being teal, blue, gray, orange. So nice. Thank you, Lander. Appreciate the tier 1. Dusty rose, black, and silver. It's kind of surprised to see less options. I'm actually fine with less options here. And then just kind of scrolling down to over here. I don't know why this page is so weird to scroll. I don't want to expose too much of the board yet because I want to like show you guys. I guess I don't really need to show this, huh? I mean, we get pour-on gasket mounts, silicone and top, which is amazing. I think this is so cool. We get back to using the pour-on gasket. And this kind of just shows you more of the colors. Spoilers? I know, kind of spoilers. Let's just close it. Let's open it up. Let's just open this bad boy up right now. The orange looks kind of cool. Yeah. 150 bucks though, like, it's so competitive to start. And then you even get to pick what PCB you want. Like, it's just crazy. I guess let's do the board first. Ooh, I can already tell you the color of this looks pretty. Oh, I just love the side bezels on this. Like, this is so my vibe, dude. Yeah, I do wish they offered a few different plates. Because I agree, like 2 plates is kind of, like it feels lacking, but I'm also fine with just a plastic and aluminum. Like I guess if that helps cut cost, because having more options, having more SKUs does raise the cost, unfortunately. The aesthetic of this is so my style, dude. It's so my style. Just thin side bezels everywhere. A good side profile. I love this little badge on the front here, or this little accent. Oh, dude, this is beautiful. Just gonna slide this under for now. Like, look at these side bezels. It's been a while since I've seen a board with such small side bezels. And if you're into that, you know, like if this is your aesthetic where it's like more minimal, I love this. Love this little badge over here. Like, look at that. That is so classy to me. That looks great. We have our pogo connectors. It is hidden screw design. Love this color. And then we have this beautiful side profile. Look at this. Let me show the other one. That's nice. It is a gorgeous side profile here. Oh. Absolutely stunning. And then we have the back, where I guess, yeah, this is considered the back. We have a little peak of kind of our center there with a bottom and a top, so you get this thicker seam. And then we have the back over here. I already put a fingerprint on it, my bad, but you guys can see. I don't know if there's a protective layer on this. I don't think so, only because it had the plastic on it. As usual, I don't necessarily, well, actually, you know, in this case here, I think this is a lot better from that like compass design they normally did. I don't know. I don't hate this. I know with me, usually with the Neo products, they have that compass design, which I feel like kind of is hit and miss for me. This one here is a little bit more subdued. I feel like this looks cleaner on the board in general. So, yeah, it's much more subdued. However, the more important thing is this piece here just looks stunning. Like this whole board from this angle, it looks great. This looks fantastic. NEO98 will be on Sunday. NEO98, I'm probably going to do some like milky yellows. This one here, I'm going to do granite switches. Or maybe I'll do something else for the NEO98. Yeah, this is way nicer. The design language on this is really clean. We have acoustic, little chambers here, or whatever you want to call these. This will help with dispersing sound in different directions. I feel like it makes boards fuller. The only thing some people might complain about is hidden screw design. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. That's how we're going to keep this board so, like, slim. Other than that, I'm a big fan of this already. I saw the anode orange and it looked great. To me, the polish looks better than the stainless steel on Keycall. This isn't polished. This is PVD'd. I'm going to be real with you guys. This is me being completely biased, okay? This is not Neo. Even on my most well-preserved keyboards, unless I buy some sort of film that goes over this, these get micro abrasions, even from like desk pads like this, so easily that I tend to stay away rather from PVD or even any sort of polished stainless. They're pretty, but they get micro abrasions pretty easily, man. And then honestly, I hate looking at them afterwards. If it was up to me, because I know there's different options for this, I would probably end up going for like one of the spray coated weights. But I mean, we'll see. They do, it is patina, I suppose, but it looks nice. It looks good. Those weights never talk to me, really, but the options are always good, I guess. Some people like them, and that's totally fine. Some people love the weights like this. But again, for me, it's always been one of those things where I tend to scratch them up rather easily on a personal level, so I tend to avoid using them. All right, for plates. Aluminum, and we have our PP. We have some foam here. Oh, we got tons of stabilizers. And then we have our PCB, which we'll take a look at the layout and stuff afterwards. Oh, and it comes with, what is this? USB-C, keycap puller and a screwdriver, and then we have some other stuff here. Actually, I'm gonna put the feet on now. Which one is the feet? I think this one. It's VIA compatible when wired and JSON is loaded. Yeah, well, we'll talk about that. That is, as with most Neo boards, that's the case. I also really like the Neo font here. That's like more futuristic Neo wording. I actually think that's pretty slick looking. But I like the design language of this keyboard a lot. It's so minimal and classy. But again, I will say, Neo's lineup has always been a bit more classy compared to the rest of the Neo, like the QWERTY keys or Owl Lab lineup, and I think it's my favorite one. It is nice. No standard bubble feet. You probably can just end up putting standard bubble feet. They might be a bit small for this, but I mean, I'm fine with using these feet. This would be an easy swap to bubble feet afterwards. I'm fine with that. That side profile's looking good though. That is a nice looking side profile, huh? I really like this color. What color is this considered again? Is this, let me see. Is this taupe gray? This is taupe gray. This looks nice. It's almost a little bit brown in a way. Yeah, this is nice. Boneyard would eat on this, huh? It would look nice. And here is our... Oh, you know what? I didn't even notice that. I just saw the PCB. Yeah, there will be a little bit of an RGB peek through this too. All right. Our PCB, 1.6 mil. Pretty standard fare. Is there a solderable option for this? There's not. Dude, if they would have made, hear me out, if they would have just given an option for a solder to give this like the plateless appeal, bro, that would have been such a fun build for today. Yeah, they're only doing hot swap this time around. Which again, listen guys, from a pure numbers perspective, it makes sense that they're not going to sell solder. Even Mode, when I spoke to them, they were telling me some stats percentage-wise. I think the number was like 85% of people pick and buy hot swap. But dude, this would have been so awesome as a solder PCB, so you can get a really nice plateless out of this. You probably still can get a plateless out of this. Would I do it? Probably not. And I would have liked to see a bit more options for the keyboard as well. For our layout here, we are rather limited, I would say. I don't think this is changing at all. But you can see that we have a 6.25U spacebar, and that's it. I'm not sure if there was limitations in like mounting style here. I understand that some people do, design things around specific spacebars and specific tolerances with hot swap sockets on the bottom. So for example, you can't have flipped over hot swap sockets on some boards. So I totally understand that. But you don't get many options. We get an option for split left shift, but no ISO, which is interesting. I guess actually, I don't know why that is. And then we have an option for step caps and regular caps lock, split backspace, which is interesting. And that's it. That are the only options that we have here. This would be it. Okay. All right. You know what else I appreciate as well? Because they had that DP104 that just sold. Did I still have my unit here somewhere? Yeah. They had this keyboard that just sold as well, or is being sold. I actually really appreciate that they just didn't do another full-size keyboard to compete with their own product. For people who don't really love the extra width of a full size, like a true full size, versus a little bit more compact. But it is a noticeable difference. Like, that is a big piece of real estate here, too. So, I appreciate that. I think this looks really slick like this. Really, really slick. Alrighty. Guess I'm going to start with some stabilizers, because we have our work cut out for us today. The DP is really nice, dude. It's such a nice board. Yeah, I think they skipped on 7U strictly because of the way the sockets are and how thin this board is, and even like low profile wise. Please let there be battery still if there is. This board is a mere 18 millimeters. Actually, it might even be a little smaller. 17.9. 17.9 front height. So you are kind of playing with fire there at the lip over here for flipping your hot swap sockets. 17.9 is nice, man. Like, it is nice. ISO too rare to accommodate for it, I guess. Yeah, which is strange. I don't know why they wouldn't accommodate ISO here. I feel like they could have. They have the slots cut out for it over here, so. It'll be interesting to see the new NEO product roadmap for the next year. I think they're going to go with more stuff like this. Like this design language where it's very minimal. This makes the most sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's so hard to buy another key because of how competitive prices are for NEO boards. The only thing I can tell you is there are other boards that do have a certain designer appeal to them and boutique feel. Like, for example, buying like a JJW keyboard or a Machina keyboard. Like, they have more of a boutique, like low quantity feel, which could be a reason to get one if you like it. You know, it's not of the norm what everyone else is buying. But if you're someone who really just cares about value, then yeah, NEO's like killing it right now. There are obviously tons of other factors when purchasing things. You know, performance-wise, there's going to be no performance-wise difference between all these MX keyboards. But hey, maybe customer service is something you care about, right? So maybe you pay an extra bit for that. Maybe there's some sort of level of, not per se warranty, but just attention to detail that you like in other boards. But there's a lot of variations of things. I just picked up a one-of-one desk pad, so I'm not in the market for more boutique stuff. What was the desk pad, out of curiosity? You have me my interest piqued. It says there's an ISO PCB. Did I miss it? Did I miss an ISO PCB on the layout here? Oh, you're right. There is an ISO PCB. Tri-mode ISO and tri-mode regular. That was my bad. For some reason, I just thought that was just another tri-mode variant of some sort, or like a 1.2. All right, let's start putting these stabs together. Pepperidge Farm remembers what happened? NEO is so good. NEO is good. I mean, they are killing it. They are kind of just smoking everything right now. Looking at the NEO quality, it is getting hard to decide on actually paying for Keycult TKL. Yeah, like I said, it's just kind of what you want to support and other things you're looking for too. Some people love a particular design aesthetic, you know? Some people really want like a chunkier aesthetic, maybe that NEO doesn't offer. Maybe there's more of a futuristic aesthetic that they don't offer. It was a sample design for an older High Ground release. Design never made it out of samples, and I stumbled on it by pure luck. Do you have pictures? I'd be so curious, dude. I'm easing myself back into the hobby. Or a majority of Switch's factory lube nowadays? There's a lot. Now, I think everyone here might have different opinions on how well factory lube is. I think it's good enough on most things these days. However, I still stand by that there is too much variance sometimes with the factory lube from brands Like Key Geek, Gatoron's notorious for it right now. I think HMX is like good enough for the most part. HMX might be one of the stronger stock lubricated switches these days. Cherry still sucks for stock lube. I would not trust anything they do stock lubricated. They're the worst offender out of all of them. It's weird though, Key Geek was good at one point, and they just stopped being good. I have no clue, but their switches are great. It's just their... Like, I don't know what happened to them, man. They just kind of sucked after a while. But HMX has definitely been the strongest. Then I think Type Plus, but they only have 2 switches so far. Type Plus is also really strong, but it's a totally different lubrication method, so... Mode switches? I kind of feel the opposite way of mode switches, but those are, I think, Bison, right? I love the look of this, but the bottom row for 1.25U on the left and 1.5 on the right throws me off. Totally fair. Yeah, I'm a little bit like... I'm not crazy butthurt about the bottom row, personally. I would have loved to see a 7U, you know, because I like the design aesthetic of a 7U. But I get it. I think I understand why they had to do a singular bottom row here for layout. Am I super happy about it? Not really, you know. Could have had a 7U. Could have made a 7U PCB or something. I have to say I was happy with the granite, no glaze. That's what I'm saying, like, not even the granite switches. Type Plus in general has been doing a good job with the way they're doing and handling stock lubrication, so. Bison is absolute trash stock lube. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Limited layout options for a 98 is kind of awkward. That's why they should do a solder PCB. I think this could all go away if they did a solder PCB. They really should, man. Personally, they would... I feel like this board would kill with solder, bro. It would kill. But then again, I'm speaking purely out of self-want for this. Is Athleon still a thing? I think they still make switches. I haven't really used any of their stuff in a hot minute, though. This might be a rare moment a PCB group buy would make sense. Yeah. This would be on my wish list. If I had a wish list for this keyboard right now, it's give me a solder PCB. Because this thing would probably be super fun as a plateless and super awesome to have more layout options. The exploder arrows do it for me. If it wasn't exploded, I might pass. It just adds to the pop. I personally love exploded arrows on these. I think it adds to the design, but again, this is more personal preference. This isn't necessarily an objectively bad thing. Also, thanks everyone for hanging out today. I know it's Boxing Day. I know we're all just chilling, but I know people are probably still doing family stuff today. Thanks for making it out. I'm surprised they didn't do a solder since Neo's whole thing was to give a classic keyboard experience. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked too, because I feel like they have offered solder before for other stuff. Hey Alex, have you by any chance used/built the Integral by JJW? No, I have not built that one there. Actually, it might be one of the few JJW boards I have not built. Yeah, exploded on 98%. Wait, what? Exploded on 98% to me, it incites joy for me. Exploded on 65 or 75 does not incite much joy. I feel like 75 I can go both ways, but for 65, 65 I don't like exploded 65s. So happy for the stream today. Need a break from the extended family holiday. Yeah. I'll be honest, guys. Thanks for just chilling here. Like I said, I'm kind of like, just for personal reasons I'm not going to get into. And it doesn't affect me directly at all. But I'm just... It's been a year. It's been, there's been some stuff, you know. I'm kind of excited for jumping into the new year now. Signify some change, you know. Do you know of any board that has similar frosty rainbow like the Keycult Series 22? Can you link me? exactly what you mean. Do you mean the titanium one? Any chance of additional keyboard color options later on? For this board? Oh, I doubt it for this board. I don't think so. I think whatever you see is probably all you're going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still got lots to do here. 2025 is definitely a year I want to forget for many reasons. Yeah. It's okay. We're all in this together, guys. We'll make it out. We'll make it out. Hopefully this stream is long to distract me from checking my phone to see if USPS delivered my board. Are they doing deliveries today? Not Alex, but Enzo E is the prettiest board ever designed right now. Enzo E is beautiful. I think... So I'm going to do a keyboard award thingy soonish. I think Enzo E, just to spoil it for you guys, I don't want to say it's keyboard of the year because I don't want to spoil it, but it's definitely like something on my... I don't know. Fuck it. Maybe it is keyboard of the year. Honestly, I don't know. It probably is. I think it's contender for like one of the prettiest designs, at least. At the very least. It is a good-looking keyboard. Neo Ergo really up there in some of the prettiest boards I've ever seen. Neo Ergo is beautiful too. Not sure if you're allowed to share the quantity amount of Manta, but will there be some extras? Yes, and I can sort of share this, but I don't know the amount. There's going to be B stock units, right? But the thing is, we're not going to make... We're not like the B stock units we're going to coat, probably. This is all probably, by the way. So there might be some additional different colors of the Manta. I don't know the amount. I don't think it's a large amount of them. But basically, to make it so they're not anode B stock, we'll probably coat them with something different than what we did in the group buy. We don't know what colors. We're thinking about doing silly colors. But as of extra, like A stock, proper, like of the colors of the group buy, there's going to be about 40. But for B stock unit that we're going to, we're going to coat, we don't know what we're going to do with them. Yeah, we might do some silly colors. Just something like silly just because they're extras. I think Alex spoiled the title Enzo got with his Enzo YouTube video. What happened? I can't wait. I missed the buy because we were saving for a wedding. Did you have your wedding yet? Did you guys pay for it and stuff? That's going to make them even more desirable? Well, we'll see. We don't even know if that's happening for sure. How do you feel about a brown keyboard with purple-green gradient keycaps? That sounds awesome. I say hell yeah. We were joking around about the Mechamillion Manta, but there is a pretty steep price point to do batches of Mechamillion Cerakote. Or whatever the actual Cerakote's called. So, I don't know if that's going to happen, because that might make shit real expensive. Do you think you'll be doing a Manta Round 2? There won't be a Manta Round 2, at least not that I know of. If we're doing a Round 2 in quotations, we'll probably be doing V2. But that's not going to happen right away, because we have other stuff we're working on first. Suggestions for switches on the F1 beside MX Blacks. NK Classic Blues. Cream switches. Milky Yellows. Cream sodas would be interesting on it. KTT Roses. HMX Sonia switches. Whatever the scratchier ones are. I forget. I think there's two versions of it. I just don't remember which one the scratchier ones are. They do still sell roses. Nixies are good too, yeah. Or what about those red switches? I forgot the name of them. They're like the something Ghana switches, or what are they called again? Those red switches, the ones I liked from HMX, I think. Or I think they're Key Geek or something. Higanbana, yeah, those ones there. Higanbana switches. I know. I don't know if you answered this, but will the 60% you're working on have HHKB win keyless support? I'm not sure. We haven't thought that far ahead yet, Nolan. The goal is for it to be universal with things. So it might not, but I'll talk to Bull. I don't know what our goals are with like different top options. I think I want to find a solder PCB for F1. Do it, man. Solder PCBs are fun. I like doing soldering personally. I think it's a whole other vibe, you know? I really do. Alex, what was supposed to happen to part 2 YouTube video for Manta? I'm confused as to why there's only a part 1. Listen, I never got around to editing the part 2. There was like 4 or 5 other streams of the Manta, and then I thought to myself, why are these all parts? And I just kind of left the title as part. But I streamed them all. There's VODs everywhere on them. I just never got around to fixing the title or making more edits. It's my own fault. It's my own fault, dude. I can't wait though, man. I can't wait for the Manta to ship out. I can't wait to do other PCBs and like solder some new stuff together for the Manta. Because I think I gave my only other solder PCB to Scooped Bar. New switches, you excited to try? Any new switches? The roller switches. I have a batch that I will be using soon. I was even thinking about getting them for Sunday. But those are my most excited switches, I think, that I'm pumped up to try to see if they've changed at all. I was a huge fan of the OG roller switches. And when I heard the roller switches weren't going to be a thing anymore, I was kind of bummed. So I'm pretty excited for this. They're super smooth. Did you lube them at all, or did you just leave them stock? But those ones there I'm actually really, really excited for. I don't know if there was an NA vendor announced. I'll have to double check. I don't know off the top of my head. Manta with blue cheese switches would be fun too. The rollers on the Float 65 sounded good. Dude, I have those, the Matthew and Cena collab roller switches, the ghost, what are they called? Not ghost switches. I don't remember what Matthew called them. X-ray switches? Those were so good, man. I think DiviniKey would probably be the vendor, no? I know DiviniKey is probably the only thing that, like, they carry a lot of KBD fans' products. So I'm guessing them. I think Donkey Kong. We don't talk about Nintendo on this channel, guys. We don't do Nintendo talk. No Nintendo. They're evil. We don't do Nintendo here. Any suggestions for dark purple? That's not GMK Regal. What is that one set called again? There's the cadet set. There's a purple cadet set, and there's also. No, I'm joking. Life. You're all good, bro. You're all good. Oh shit. It's like night something or other. I don't remember what it's called now. Might get sued just for saying their name on stream. Honest to God, dude. Purple Knight. Yeah, that's the one. Purple Knight's a really nice set. Is that considered dark purple? I'm not too sure, but I would consider it. Shinseki? Is that considered purple? Isn't that like a mix of different colors? I think KBD fans was waiting to see if NK wanted any roller switches. I asked on their last stream. Oh, really? Dude, roller switches on Novelty's website would be sweet. Ain't even gonna lie, dude. Don't poke the corporation that makes patent trolls look like... Yeah, dude, honestly, I don't want to poke... I shouldn't poke them anymore. Shouldn't poke the bear there. I think Zeal needs to make super click switches. Man, those would be expensive from Zeal. I don't know how I feel about that one. Not sure, but I think Toronto Keyboard Man will stock the roller switches in Canada. Oh, that'd be awesome if they did. They're really cool. They have a physical store with Keybay Tech there. I love that store. It's in Markham, I think. I'm in the market for an HHKB layout keyb. I'm trying to decide between the Solaris and the Agar. Yo, straight up, I personally think both are amazing. The Solaris definitely has a bit of an edge. But you cannot, like, value-wise, dude, the Agar is so damn good, dude. It's so damn good for what you're buying. So I would just find out what's more important to you. The aesthetic of the Agar is actually insane too. There was a small change to rollers I asked them to do. So if your batch of rollers might be early ones, how do I know if they're early ones, Pancake? Ooh. Green sets? PBT Fence Emma is beautiful, honestly. It's a great green set. Haven't been able to catch streams since I've been in Japan for the past week. Isuppy, how you doing? How was Japan, man? I'll DM you. Thanks, Pancake. They'll explode on your fingers. I hope not. I hope not, my guy. Alright. Almost done, and then we can build this keyboard. Actually, we're doing pretty good timing today, I'd say. I think the weight on my Agar is beautiful. It is, honestly, the Agar is a really pretty weight too. Like I said, it's just, the Agar hits. I need to schedule the new tofu stuff too. I got the tofu stuff in. I think, actually, let me get you guys the actual, like, details here. Tofu 3.0 will open for pre-sale, so the 60, on December 30th. So I'll have to, I think I got both the 60 and the 65 in. I will probably stream the Tofu 60 pretty ASAP. I just need to figure out a day to do it. Because I just got that in during the holidays. Like a few days ago. I have whiplash from the holidays. Did all the giveaways happen already? Yeah, we did. I told everyone if we hit 700 subs, which we're at 613 right now, we can just leave it up. I'll give away something else. I'll leave that running until New Year's. By the way, Alex, sent you a late DM on Twitch and Discord for the giveaway. Oh, no worries, Esuppy. I saw it. I haven't sent anyone the forms yet. I told everyone that I was going to probably send it out this week. Like, after Christmas. Dude, I gotta say, it was so healthy to literally not look at any work yesterday. I just basically ignored everything that I possibly could yesterday. I was trying to just focus on... Oh, look at that. Little farty noise. I was just trying to focus on family stuff. So, I'm kind of glad that I... You guys like that? Who tooted it? This little guy. Unk farted? It wasn't me, bro. But yeah, I am glad I focused on family stuff yesterday. It was nice not looking at my phone. What did you eat to make the sound? Lubricant. It's gonna spread all over the rum. Hey, you know what, dude? I don't say rum, guys. Please stop bullying me. I'm asking very politely. I'm asking very politely. Stop bullying me. I just got the Turo 60 in. Hey, nice! Recommendations for how I build it. I don't think I have any, like, off the top of my head. I'm not too positive on how I'd build it. I think... I can't remember what I did for it. What plates did you get and stuff? Put a whistle between the cheeks? Huh? Just got the tofu... tofu. The Toros. Okay, I already read the one there by Baron. Take your time, Alex. You can't take care of others if you don't take care of yourself. It's so true, man. It's so damn true. I'm learning that the hard way, though. Be real with you guys. I am learning that, like, the most extreme hard way of just, like... I've been ignoring that aspect of my life for a long time. I've kind of just always had my brain turned on. But now I'm realizing that I need to take time to let it rest. What's everyone's keyboard or key set that got away? Chocolatier. But I think it's coming back, right? Chocolatier is coming back? Nor, thank you very much for using your Prime here. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. Will I be reviewing the upcoming Tofu series? You betcha. Cladney. Hammerhead. Did they say there's going to be another run of Hammerhead? Or am I, like, misremembering things? It's my least favorite part about doing this. With Neo stabs, I feel like you kind of need to use these things. Just my fingers. I'm not very good with, like, super small things like this. I don't have great dexterity. So this does take me a minute. I hope Zambumon brings back Chocolatier. I would love to pick up that set. TKC Candy Bar. Dude. I wonder if I still have one. I don't know if I do. Because I would gladly give that to you. But I don't think it's here. I think it would be at my parents' house. I bought a candy bar and I never really used it. I think Spectra, it was a really cool teal colored SA set. There was a lot of really nice SA sets. But SA sets were like, they still are kind of expensive. And I feel like that's why they didn't do super, super great. Oh, man. Manta Keycap Sloth? Oh, you feel like you missed out on the Manta? You're flattering me. Don't worry, guys. I'll tell you this, though. If there's a lot of demand for a round 2 or just more stuff of the Manta, Bull and I will eventually do it. We're not going to, like, hold out on you guys. Noir N1 is super my vibe? Really? Wait, so you feel like you missed out on the Noir? The newer, whatever it's pronounced. I hate doing this part. Sorry, guys. I recently got my first SP SA set, and it stung. But, dude, I actually, at one point, I'll tell you this. I was huge on Signature Plastics SA sets. That was, like, my go-to. I eventually fell out of love just because they were kind of weird to get. And also, compared to GMK at the time, they were just really expensive. Andromeda? It's funny. Can I tell you the truth? Dinah, I was actually looking at my Andromeda today, and I don't think I've ever used it. I bought that board thinking I'd love it, and for some reason, I think I just don't love stupidly heavy keyboards. I think that's what I've learned about myself. So I think I tried to use it for a little while, but it was too heavy for me. So mine's just sitting in a case. I should really do something with it. Please use it next stream. I'll bring out the cuck chair. Huh? Maybe I'll do it as a giveaway or something eventually. I don't know. I think it was, I don't remember the exact weight, but it's pretty heavy. And then also, I don't know what it was about it. I couldn't find myself using it on stream or something. Or just in general. Head out to explore Osaka. Enjoy Isapi. Take care. Extras of the Key 65? That's a nice one. Dude, the Andromeda is gorgeous, Dino. But yeah, it's just one of those boards. Envoy alexotos edition. This was right when I got into the hobby. I cleaned a lot of my boards today. I was looking at mine today. I still have one brand new one because my demo unit that I got originally has a small scratch in it. And I was considering putting together the brand new one just to have on display. Yeah, it was pretty heavy. I love heavy boards. It adds to some expensive vibe. I think there's like a particular weight of keyboards that I'm like, yes, this is perfect. And then anything above and beyond that, I tend to go, I don't know if this is for me. And the weight because my 2-year-old can't move it. I mean, I love that. That's crazy though. I love that. The Wombat. I remember the Wombat. Hi, Sebastian. How you doing, man? Cool. So it's a flex cut plate, but not really at the same time. All right. Let's do our granite switches, which are right over here. Now this is hot swap, so I'll probably just change things as we go here too. If only this wasn't 6.25U locked. Yeah, I have a feeling some people might be a bit, like me, a small bit bummed out about that, but... If you guys can only grab 160 right now, which one would you get? No, I'm not even gonna front with you, bro. The NEO98 core. CU core, or whatever it's called. Not even gonna front. Dude, the Arc 60 is so nice that I exist. I will keep telling people that board there is like legitimately one of those boards where I could not recommend enough when it was out. I'm glad it's coming back. I would have loved to see some like OG options though, for sure. But I am glad it's going to be back now. I'm selling my Arc 60 if anyone wants it. Put it in the soul chat in my Discord. Maybe someone will pick it up. I find it hard to spend so much money on some plastic. I mean, dude, I'll always tell you guys, I always feel this way. Please, always buy within your means. I know sometimes it's not easy, but please, 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 always try. Don't overspend on stuff. I can't wait for my Cloud 9 to come in. Ooh, that's going to be a fun build. That'll be good. I also can't wait for my Winter TKL. Oh, the Winter's good too. The Winter's hella good. How expensive is it to buy a mold? Depends on the complexity to some degree. But molds can get pretty expensive, man. If you want the honest truth, I've seen molds for plastic keyboards. You're talking about molds for like injection molded keyboards, right, Hyman? But like I've seen molds go for like, oh, keycaps. I have no idea. But molds for keyboards can get pretty fucking expensive. What switches have you used with PEI plates? Thinking about getting something different for the Cappy? So I think I've only used a handful of switches with PEI. I think it's been like the standard stuff like Milky Yellows and MX2As. I think I tried Cappy switches too, if I remember correctly. But not a whole hell of a lot. I want to try more. Injection molding is an art. Yeah, getting stuff right for injection molding, believe it or not, is actually expensive. Yeah, the reliables, sure. Any tips on decreasing stab rattle? That's such an open-ended question because there's so many things that could cause the stabilizer rattle. So I'm not 100% positive what's causing yours in this case here, Sebastian. But I would say maybe the saran wrap trip, adding a bit more lube, just making sure your keycaps are straight, you know. Alquan, compliment. You know what I'm always sure about though? Because there's only one option. How cute Alquan is right now, bro. Honest to God. How cute Mr. Alquan is right now. He's always making me blush. That's for sure. That's real. Love you, Alquan. Thank you so much for being here, man. Have I used a CM3 PCB? Absolutely. I actually just used a cordless CM PCB in this. They're really nice. Not cute enough for an FMJ? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Meta, thank you so much. Just built my Titanium Cloud 9 with loop film / spring swap MX2As. That sounds hot. I love it. That sounds hot. Titanium Cloud 9 is a beautiful one, man. Has anyone thought to plasti dip the ends of their stab wires? Someone has definitely done that. I think technically aren't there stabilizers that come stock like that too? Wasn't it the stupid stabs or Wuche, the WS stabs? It helps a lot. It's unnecessary in the long run, I personally feel. Unnecessary, I think. They've done heat. People have done heat shrink as well. DMK really lacks designers. DMK? Oh, like the keycaps? Dude, same with JTK. Remember that time when Rama came up with the heat shrink mod? I try not to remember much of Rama personally. I try to get that shit out of my brain. Gonna dip mine in hot glue? Hey, yo. Question for Alex in the chat. If anyone knows any US-based anodizers... Ooh, dude. Updog, let me tell you about this, bro. There once was a list of anodizers I could give you. Nowadays, I don't know any because a lot of the anodizers have basically said no more keyboards. And it's fucking expensive. The other thing, too, is anodizers in the US also have basically said... I've tried to get people in contact with them. They don't like dealing with keyboard people. And this even goes with like some Cerakote places that offer Cerakote application. They don't like dealing with keyboard people. Keyboard people to them, and I've had conversations, they don't like dealing with the level of precision, and like basically keyboard people want it to be 100%. So they don't want to deal with that. So a lot of both anodizers and people who apply coatings like Cerakote don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, we have very high standards in this hobby. Can't blame them, not gonna lie. I've heard some horror stories from a few people that I've reached out to in the past. It's been a while though, man, so maybe that's changed. Caustic does anodizing, but I never use their services. Yeah, there's still a few that might exist. I have never used Caustic. I've seen examples of their stuff. Not sure if this changed in the last few years. I'm also not sure. It's been a little while since I've looked at Caustic stuff. So, what if I both got any keyboard person? Would they let me Cerakote? I'm sure if they like, I'm sure some, because it's a lot of, unfortunately, people who are doing weapons that are doing Cerakote applications, but people who do weapons don't care about little chips and dings in their like firearms, People who do keyboards, they want it to be picture perfect. Honestly, bro, I'm just embracing raw keyboards these days, and then patinaing, having them get all patinaed. Fuck it, I'm just embracing raw keyboards, bro. Screw it. Honestly, it's more fun that way. Then you don't have to be as gentle. I hate being gentle with my stuff these days. I hate it. In weapons, people want to do chip. They don't care for chipping the gun. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true, sure. It's true. There's a Cerakoter in my town that has a catalog of non-firearms. There was even a Stormtrooper White QK75. Get out of here, really? That's cool. Alex likes being rough noted. Pardon me. I think Frank might have a contact in Korea for Anno. Yeah, dude. Paying to do stuff overseas, though, is pricey. It is fucking pricey, dude. Even Cerakoting requires a ton of skill, and I'd argue the average applicator doesn't have that kind of patience or time investment. even the people that used to offer it in this hobby, I remember there would be sessions in which they would be like having to do full-on recoats of things because there was just like something just a touch wrong. Like the amount of B stock that would come out of that would be crazy. Being really anal about something you touch with your hands all day all sounds like self-inflicted torture. Plus, I've just learned to not care anymore. Like, even with really expensive items, like, listen, I want things to stay as pristine as possible. I get it. But also, being realistic, if you're using it every day, all day, how realistic is it to baby your stuff? Like, there are going to be days where something falls. There are going to be days where, you know, I mean, I could tell you guys stories about some of this stuff that's happened to me. Even, like, let me show you guys this. Do I have it upstairs or downstairs? Oh, I left it upstairs. I have a... Ruminative, thank you so much for the party of 18. Thanks for the raid. I recently just bought a Fuji X100. I put a filter on the front of it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get it and show you this. One second. So, I put a filter on the front of this camera. A filter that I've used a million times. And look what happened to the front of this camera. Brand new camera. From putting a filter, a screw-on filter on it. Do you guys see all the... Not the piece of dust there. Do you guys see all the scratches? All the paint? It was from a filter. I'm not kidding you, dude. It was just from a regular filter. It was a black mist filter. I was thinking about going over with Sharpie, but oh well. I'm not even pressed enough to do it. I thought the adapter ring normally gaps it out far enough. It didn't. I think it was the adapter ring that caused the scratch. Its character, leave it? Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Honestly, bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. What are you supposed to do? Was that on the ring and not the lens? No, that's the lens. I took everything off. There's no adapter or anything on it. I just said, screw it. I don't even want it anymore on the camera. So I took everything off. Because I had switched something one day, and I'm like, wait, what happened to my camera? And I looked at this thing, and I'm like, ain't no fucking way all the paint's gone. But every camera I own at this point has scuffs. There's only one camera body that doesn't have scuffs right now. Dude, I can imagine, and it probably looks beautiful. Travis, that lens probably looks beautiful. What made you buy an X100 in 2025? Interesting question. I don't really have a lot of just like take around cameras that are easy to shoot. I also have nieces and nephews that I want to take photos of. And I'm going to be real with you, like I'm fortunate enough to have a Leica and I have a Hasselblad for work. Bringing the Hasselblad is basically a non-option. I am not dealing with the files that come out of that for family stuff, as well as it's too bulky and it doesn't track well for kids. So that's like out of the question. I'm also not quick enough to zone focus my nieces and nephew all the damn time. Like I miss a lot of shots because I'm just not quick enough. I love the Leica for family shots. It is amazing. But it's great for when it's just adults. So I needed something to also document. There was also light that can slide into like a bag. That was just easy. So that was my option for that. But yeah, that's the only reason I really got it. I had a small camera before, but I had sold it, so... permanently attached to mine though. Killer combo. Yeah, I ended up getting kind of sick of using the black mist filter. I don't know, there were days I just didn't want an on-ramp, but it is a beautiful combination of things. The whole keeping it pristine thing is impossible if you want to use and enjoy it. The car hobby is insane for that. If it's too nice, you don't drive it. A car isn't impressive if it's not being used. It's the truth though, man. And that's kind of how I feel about keyboards too. If they get little dings and scratches and nicks, oh well, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do, you know? So, we have 3 ways to build this keyboard right now. The pour-on gaskets, we have silicone gaskets, and top mount. And I think the pour-on gaskets just fit into grooves. I'm kind of down to try that first. Let's do that first, I think. Yeah, the pour-on sounds really fun. But yeah, I love the X100. It's a great camera. It's very, very capable. I was considering, and that's why I have that on loan, that not X100, the XE5. I was considering swapping to the XE5 just because of different lenses. But dude, I don't want to buy more lenses. I'm over buying stuff right now, like in general for camera gear, unless it's a piece that I really, really want. And I've kind of gone into like low-key collector mode with camera stuff. So I just don't want to buy like Fuji stuff just for the sake of having Fuji stuff, just because I feel like that's stuff I'm not going to use very often. So the X100 is like the perfect thing for me. Screwdriver. Let's do this. I'm going to try all of them with the aluminum plate. I'm not going to swap to the plastic plate today, although the plastic plate would probably be my most favorite for the top mount, but we'll see. Same with the watch, dings and scratches, makes all yours. Yep, Baru. I agree. Yep, Baru. It is the truth. I personally don't mind it when it's a little dinged and scratched. Like I said, it adds character. What made you buy? Or I have one, love it, but have focus issues. That's just Fuji, though. Honestly, I do want to try out the Sony point and shoots, like the more modern point and shoots from Sony, or the all-in-ones you can call them, whatever you want, the fixed lens options. I really want to try those because Fuji, Sony, yeah, did I say that? Sony definitely has the edge with autofocus. Fuji autofocus is like pulling teeth. Aren't all cameras just point and shoot? Not really. But technically. Kinda. Listen here, Shunny. This is a beautiful, look at this. This is a beautiful piece. I love this. That looks great. I really enjoy looking at like machining like this. Just a hunk of aluminum. All right. Let's see what we got here for mounting. So these are the silicone gaskets, I think. Here are the pour-on gaskets. That's what I say about you? Damn, bro. Okay, so how do these fit on? All right, so these little ones go on top here. So I think these just squish in. Although I'm not exactly sure. I think they're supposed to just squish in. Neo boards are too bright for me, but they look so good. I would actually argue that the Neo CU series is pretty low pitch. really understanding how to do this. I'm not loving how this fits in. Because that'll just fall out. Maybe there's a trick to this I'm just not seeing. Let me get my tweezers out. The bottom ones seem like really doable. Tuck them in like you do carpets. Yeah, the bottom ones seem really easy. So like these just lay on the bottom here, which makes sense. And that just presses in nicely. But these aren't pressing in as nice. Maybe it's just a little difficult to press these in because they're up against that side wall. Because it says these should fit securely. I guess that fits. Alright. Gotta use tweezers, make it easier. There's a Canadian market Discord? Oh, wait, is there? I thought there was a Canadian Discord for keyboards, but... Okay, you know what? Let's just do one at a time here. I'm not loving this. I don't like actually putting these on the top. Oh wait, hold on. This has plastic on it somehow. That's probably why. That is probably why this one's not squishing in. There we go. Now it's squished in. Definitely a bit tedious to do these, but I guess that's half the fun. Anyone have any recommendations for full-size desk pads like 48 inches wide? I think any of the major vendors would have them. I guess it just depends on what style you're looking for. Oh, this just got knocked out. Alright, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I don't really love the way they did these pour-on gaskets. This seems a bit too finicky. Plastic sheet didn't get put in. Well, they're not adhesive pour-on. They're like pressure fit pour-on gaskets, so to speak. But yeah, I went on a big long photo shoot. I can't wait to get home and edit. What'd you take pictures of? I want to know. What switches am I using for today's build? Granite switches. Good old granite switches. I think I'm getting the groove of this, sorta. The mounting points look good on this though. I like the way this is mounted. The tweezers definitely help. Join late if you already mentioned, but why didn't they go with the ball catch system? Long story short with ball catch systems, there is a caveat to ball catch systems. Essentially, the parts themselves, even if implemented to the best of their ability, have variance and can cause weird sounds with the keyboard. So I think they had mentioned a little while ago that they weren't going to be, or kind of going away from designing or using them. So, which I mean, probably the best option. All right, these ones go in really nice. How about magnets and like in the neodymium? So magnets can work. The thing is, and you know, the long term of magnets is if magnets end up losing some of their strength, then the case will also suffer a bit. But magnets are usually good enough to where you don't hear a lot of the rattle from my experience. I don't know. How do you guys feel about magnets and keyboards? I've definitely had some like bad experiences with magnets though. Like magnets failing midstream. Actually, even recently on one of the keyboards we had magnets pop out because the glue wasn't strong enough. Alright, wish me luck guys, because if some of these fall out, I'm going to be very sad. So this is going to sit like this now, and hopefully these don't fall out as I flip this over. Alright, for the most part that worked out pretty well. Now we can screw this together. We're not using any foam, by the way. What's the next sub goal? We'll do 700. I'll give away the Haven 60, the new Haven. Oh boy. Looking good though, looking good. I actually, you know what? I gotta say, this keyboard, it looks great. They did a really good job with the aesthetic of this board. What was this last one? Just more silicone stuff? More gasket tab stuff. The price is crazy on this too, man. The side profile looks identical to the Secret from Keybay Tac. Really? I'll have to hit the Secret and find, look, I don't remember now. But the price on this is absolutely crazy. $150 is pretty nuts. Put them side by side is crazy? Okay, I'll do it after this. Damn, what are we using for this, guys? How are the granite switches? I like them. I mean, I'm kind of biased, though. Jumped in the stream a bit late. Does this support QMK? Like VIA and stuff? Probably not. Because this has a wireless component to it. So, I would say probably it's not gonna. I wouldn't expect it to. This looks really good with the granite switches too. High-vis? I don't have high-vis. Greg would hit. This is the Geon screwdriver set, Sim. Foundation's not a bad choice. I'm actually down to do foundation. Classicer we just used. I know foundation we sort of just used, but I'm also down to do it again. Or fundamentals, not foundation, fundamentals rather. How does fundamentals sound on this? Yay, nay? Foundation sounded better? Shit, I don't have foundation. What about olive? How do you guys feel about olive on this? Abstract? Okay, to be fair though, I like abstract. But I feel like we've used abstract on like brown adjacent boards. Because I could take it off of the Manta. Because I feel like this olive would look sick on this particular. Well, do you guys want olive dark or olive light? I have both. Okay, we'll do light. Let me get the other stuff for that. Olive lights, olive. Not sure which box is which drawer. Alrighty. That would actually be sick there. High key. Bro, what? Resident, thank you so much for tier 1, man.
Perchance you read this. Perchance you understand it. Perchance you don't. At this the point it's copy-paste to only to say perchance. Perchance it ends here. Or perchance it doesn't.
I love the way that read. Is that the Nama? That's so rude. But honestly, I get it. Honestly, I get it, dude. High key though, that slaps there. The Mio cap slaps there, dude. It does. It really does look good there. Oh, this doesn't go there. Dude, Seer, thank you so much for a Prime for 26 months, man. And also, again, Resident, love you, buddy. Thank you so much for your tier 1 before as well. Time's still accurate, too? Yeah, my time's accurate on it right now. Dude, I love this cap. Legitimately, it's one of the nicest, like, spendy cap that I've got. The cap is $300. Hey, listen, can I be real with you guys? It's a spendy cap. It's a functioning clock. It looks gorgeous. Look at this. Oh, I totally just hit my... Might be a fingerprint on it, though. Look at that thing. It looks gorgeous. Let me just wipe that away. It's a gorgeous looking cap. It legitimately tells time. Okay? It's gorgeous. I will tell you guys this right now. In the artisan world, in the artisan keycap world, I know this is maybe not considered something like the traditional artisan. There are caps that exceed $300. So for the fact that this does what it does, and for the effort they put into this, I am over the moon. Over the moon with it. The sweater's fire today? Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. It's cozy. A string as a strap for it to be an actual watch too would be cool. That would be cool, actually. Art key starts at 200 and bro caps are 250, and that's just resin. I'm not, taking it away, for what it is, but some people look at materials like this is cool because of what it does. Like, this is, for the people who care about it, this is like one of the smallest, I believe it's a quartz movement that's out there that you can buy. Put in a little watch like this. And it is gorgeous. I believe this is also a glass, a piece of sapphire. And I believe these are also luminescent. So I don't understand most artisans and think they would be too blingy, but that one's just awesome. I personally think it's like one of the nicest ones I've ever seen. This was like a 2-year project. And I remember when it first came out as like a little tease, I was like, yeah, that's gorgeous. I'm going to need one of those things when they come out. It's stunning, dude. Also, Olive looks great on this, dude. I want to spoil it so bad for myself and just tap it a few times. Have you seen the Focus keyboard? It's been popping up in my keyboard story ads. Focus board. What is that? You can tap me. Huh? Sorry. Pardon me. The NEO98, I've seen nothing about this. Can we have the side bottom in once more after you put the caps on? Absolutely, comic. You know it. Let me just build the rest of this though. I know you said that, but all right. Now for the F keys. I know for a fact I left the F keys on another board. I think I know which one, but we're gonna go find it after this because I'm not taking olive off. This looks too good. It's too nice of a set. I'm pretty sure I know what I left it on, but I'll go find it after this. We'll take a little break because honestly, we could all use a little stretch after this too. It's been almost 2 hours. Dude, olive hits on this. I'm telling you guys. This is actually very soft. I have a feeling I might, believe it or not, like this more in like top mount or something. I have a weird feeling I'm going to like this a lot in top. Because granite switches are a smidge subdued. Oh, that's what I was looking for. This looks so good, dude. Currently stretching my stomach with leftover pizza. I'm jealous. Okay, let me go find out where I put these last few keys. We're breaking for a minute here, guys. I know what they are. They're on another green board that I just left them on. I got lazy one day and didn't take them off. Actually, I need to give away this board soon too. As much as I love it, I don't use it as much as I thought I did. Speaking of different size bezels. Speaking of... Oh, my escape keys here. That's chonky. Mm-hmm. That was a crazy flex. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a hippo. We'll give away this board next big giveaway. I keep forgetting about it. That's an expensive board to ship? Probably. Dude, this looks so damn good right now. Holy shit. Is that a clock on F13? Yeah, I put a clock artisan on it. The Mio. Sentient, thank you so much for 46 months. Love you, buddy. That's incredibly kind. Jackie's dropping a PC hippo? Holy shit, that's gonna be a nice one, dude. Oh, okay. I like looking at this, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This looks great. Where's the PC Manta? Full PC Manta? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if that would look very good. I don't know. What do you guys think? The board turn out good? Olive looks so good on this, man. It looks great. What was the... Oh, it's a keycap puller. It's from Turnt Wood Pullers. Or Trent Puller? Is it Trent Pullers? It's from Regulicious. Alright. Let's plug it in. See what it sounds like. Oh, I don't love this. Maybe is there a little blocker for this that I'm supposed to use? Oh, maybe there was. Shit, I totally missed it in this bag. There's a little diffuser. I'll put it on next time we open it. That's my bad. I didn't put it on. I didn't see it was in the other bag full of stuff. It's okay. We can ignore that for now. My eyes? I know. This looks great. Good side profile. Here, actually, I have to show you guys the board again. I actually really like this little badge to fill the empty space there. Here's the side profile. I don't like the dusk. I'm gonna be honest. I think I would go for one of the other colors. The dusk is okay. My stomach just growled. You know, I do like this new Neo logo they're putting on. That actually makes it look really cool. That's really nice. Cool. All right. So this is the pour-on gaskets. And we have this with no foam with the aluminum plate with granite switches. I already like the way this sounds. Actually, we'll do one without the extra desk pad because this desk pad's a bit thin. That's super solid. And then if you guys want to hear a different space bar, we'll pop one in now too. That is super, super solid. Let's grab a cherry switch just for the sake. Is it a cherry switch? That is not a cherry switch. It is also not a cherry switch. Where are my cherry switches? I thought I had like 2 or 3 on my desk. Oh, right there. That's not a cherry switch. That's a cherry switch, though. Gotcha. All right, let's pop this one here out and try a different switch for this. Cherry switch definitely is a bit more of like a bassier sound. I sort of like the granite a bit more, but if you wanted to go for like a deeper sound profile, maybe go with the cherry switches. Deeper and louder. Interesting though. Interesting. I think the tonality of this board definitely leans a bit heavier. Like, but what I mean by that is it seems to be a bit has a bit of bass, because normally the granite switches are a little bit lighter in sound. They don't normally sound like this. It's actually a bit like toned down, but this is kind of ramping it up. I think the pour-on gaskets feel really solid on this too. Ooh, I totally just like maximized one of my screens. It feels really good too. Like this is quite soft with the pour-on gaskets. It is very comfortable to type on with this lower front height. I kind of want to try a milky yellow switch. I feel like I'm going to really like a milky yellow spacebar. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's grab a milky yellow. Do I have one laying around? Let's see. I'll put some music on for you guys as I get one. It's very comfortable. And then we're going to try some of the other mounting options here as well. I do have a milky yellow. Perfect. Oh yeah, I like that a little bit more. Oh, that goes perfectly with the alphas. Nice. Very nice. Dude, this is solid. I feel like you can have some fun building this too. I feel like this would slap with foam. Now we can try some different mounting styles here. The only thing I don't love is this is a hidden screw design board, so now some keycaps have to come off here. So it's the only thing I won't say I like am particularly fond of. What do you guys think? You mentioned it was comfy because of a low front height. What's the lowest front height you've tested on a non-low pro? I think it's like 16.5 was like the lowest that I've had in a keyboard. I think anything lower than that is impossible. Because you have to start sacrificing typing angle for that too. So I think like my ideal is like 17.5 to 18.5. But anything under 20, like 16 to 20 is usually like goals, you could say. I don't think I have any quarrels with anything around that. Screwless and 6.25U are the only reasons I'm going to pass on this. Yeah, I feel like they give you, so again, like the design philosophy around this being like, hey, we give you a lot of options, but then also it's screwless, a screwless hidden design. I feel like it's a bit counterintuitive with like trying new things. Is it a major complaint? Not really, but I think it's worth noting that this would have been easier to dabble with if this had screws in the bottom of the keyboard. And I really am a firm believer that that doesn't really take too much away from the board. Is that a major miss? Absolutely not. The only thing that I think would be considered a smidge of a miss is not including a solder PCB with multiple layout options. Am I impressed with this board for $150? You bet your ass I am impressed with this board for 150 bucks. You can bet your ass I am. How can I even really complain at $150 for what you're getting with this? The pour-on gaskets already sound phenomenal on this. Maybe they're a bit tedious to put in the pour-on, but I mean, like, I feel like you'll do that once and then call it a day. Can't really get over that RGB accent area. Well, I made a boo-boo and forgot to put the Just dropped a screw. I made a boo-boo and forgot to put the diffuser in. Oh, I don't know where that went. I'll find it later. That was my own mistake. Okay, well, some of those don't want to come out. No solder is a bit bummer. Yeah. Why isn't QWERTY still selling the Hex 80 anymore? Did they sell the Hex 80? I wasn't even aware they did that board. Oh, I guess I do need to flip this over, huh? Gonna take out these now. They did? Oh. Oh! Wait. Was that HE collab board? The case for that one? Where's my riser from? Grovemade. Oh, that thing. I'm not sure. I couldn't answer that for you. I actually have no clue why they would discontinue something like that. That's a bit above my knowledge, you could say. So now we have these gaskets. Wait, why there's only like 5 of them? Hold on a second here. What are these for then? That's the thing from the NEO98 CU. Remember them? Is this for... Oh, that's for these things here. This, right? It goes here or something? They're like... Oh, yeah. I don't really remember these, no. Very similar to the NEO80. Did we need these? I can't recall. I'll put them in, but I don't think this board was bottoming out. It typed fine. Maybe it's for the plastic plate. Maybe it's better for the plastic plates. It's some sort of standoff. I don't think we need them. Be honest with you guys. I really don't think we need them, but they keep using them in all CN builds. I wonder why. I remember them being an alternative mount in the NEO80. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so now we can put the full gaskets in. I have a feeling this will be even deeper sounding with these full gaskets. Oh, freak, you're all good, bro. So these go here. So typically when you have these really long silicone gaskets, this will be even deeper sounding. I actually think this will suit this board a lot though. I really do. Now this probably just fits in better like that. So I'll put the diffuser in now. Now we can actually see what it looks like. What's causing it to hang up over here? What is causing this hang up? Is this diffuser thing? Let me see. What do I think of the board so far? Excellent. Very nice. There we go. Ooh, these do sound nicer. I have no major complaints. I have some suggestions. And I have some, like, wish list items. But I don't think there's any major complaints I'm having at the moment. Perhaps the only... Again, this is more of just a patience thing, but... the pour-on gaskets are a bit finicky. But I feel like that's really easy to work past. Mary Keebmas. Hi, Theo. How are you doing? Thank you, dude. Thank you for the well wishes, too. As a Hex 80 owner wanting a full-size board, I want to buy this board yesterday. Ooh. Gotta say, I do already. This mounting style is already tickling my fancy. This is definitely giving it some base. The Poron was definitely a bit brighter. This is the silicone gaskets now. I can't get over how nice this thing looks, man. This thing looks great. They really did a good job with this. Let's put these away. All right. Let's see how it looks with the diffuser. Oh yeah, that totally fixed it. My bad, guys. Didn't know that was in the case. It's not super aggressive, I'd say, this little RGB strip, just to show you guys. It's there. You can turn it off. It's just a little line. I think it's more apparent on this side if you were to kind of look at it from the keyboard side. A simple line of RGB or color. I wouldn't say this is like hyper aggressive on the board. Nice. Can't complain. Alright, see what this sounds like now with the alternative gaskets on. And then we'll try the matte underneath this too. It almost has a more like fuller sound in a lot of ways. I think the gaskets had a bit of magic in them, though. I'm not going to lie. This is what I expected, though. Oh. This is definitely what I expected out of this. I would say this varies quite differently from the Poron, though. Do you guys feel the same way? Kind of cool to have, like... I like when boards offer that at the very least. It's also much stiffer now. Like, this is incredibly stiff compared to the Poron. I will say I think I a little bit more so preferred the Poron gaskets. Let me try the other spacebar again. Let me put back the granite switch here. This one. I think the Poron's still #1 for me. It's weird though. I think larger silicone gaskets, I've personally learned that they're just usually not my thing. So I don't know. It definitely varies. I need to tune the spacebar a little bit. One sec, guys. The lube's starting to settle. I can hear it. Meh. Well, you could actually... I don't know if that would work. I was going to say, maybe you could do like a hybrid mounting system of some sort. If you had to choose between the NEO98 and Class 100. Ooh, the granite switch on this sounds really good, though. bad, not bad. Let's try top mount now. Let's try that out. I think pour-on for me is definitely it. I think I'm more on the pour-on wave here. Oh, don't need that one there. Okay, now I'll take out all these again. Which one is it? Oh, I forgot to put a screw in on the top. Oh well. Granite switch bias? Maybe a little. Okay, duty. Honestly, dude, it's too hard of a choice. They're very different aesthetics. I would probably end up picking the Neo just because I like the aesthetic of it more. But the Class 100 is kind of its own thing. Like, I don't think it's a crazy fair comparison in a lot of ways. Like, I hate to say it. I feel like the Class is really just doing its own thing and doing it super well. You know? Really? I don't think this is very hollow, guys. Oh, I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd pick the Neo. I think the Neo just looks nicer. I like the sound of it, too. I feel like this is a nice sound. I think the Class is a chunkier looking board too. Like if the aesthetic matches your personality more, then they both sound phenomenal. Like I really like the way the Class turned out. Okay. Now top mount. Waiting for the type box him? What was that one? I wonder how a CF plate would sound. You know, I almost feel like the plastic plate might be really fun on this board. The draw to the Class 100 is a unique design where other boards have a similar aesthetic. I agree. It does have a draw on that aspect for sure. Okay, so now to screw these guys in. The Class also has more layout options. You know? So there's definitely that to it as well. I really hope the top mount surprises me here. Which poppy switches? Oh, I mean, anything long. If you want something poppy, I would go with long pole. I think long pole is the easiest recommendation for something poppy. Oh. All right. Let's do this. I really like when boards have vintage elements. Vintage boards have a certain kind of swagger. I agree. I think that's what also makes the Class 100 so nice too. But there's also something beautiful about something a little bit more modern and timeless in a way too. Like not everyone wants like the vintage chunky aesthetic on everything. I can already tell you, I think this might be the winner in terms of sound profile for me. But that pour-on was a nice addition. Gotta say, it's nice to see pour-on coming back into keyboards. You know? I feel like it definitely has its own sound signature. Oh. Nice. Tat, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for 7 months of being here. Thank you, thank you. All right, last screw, and we'll put this together here. What keycaps are these? Olive. Oh yeah, dude. I'm telling you guys, I think this is gonna be the best one. I'm glad I waited to the end for this one here. I just had a feeling because I don't want to say this with like utmost knowledge, but I do find when gaskets are mounted from the PCB, there is a slight different sound that comes from mounting it from a PCB that ends up being a bit like toned down as well. And this is, the top mount is mounted from the plate. And that's not a good or bad thing, it's just something I noticed that's just different, you know? All right, last time here. This is gonna be the top mount now. I really think this and a foamy sound signature for this board would be sick as well. So this is the top mount. Granite switches, aluminum plate. Has that nice classic top mount vibe. I'm going to just use a different switch here for the spacebar. I kind of want to use a cherry for this. The spacebar is a slight bit harsh for some reason on the top mount. Let's just try a different switch. I'm going to go with the cherry switch we tried earlier. I think that might be a good fit here. Let's see. Much better. This is my favorite one so far. That sounds great. The alphas, look how full the alphas are too. Is it as bright and poppy as some of Neo's other boards? I think the Core series, if you want poppier sound, like clackier, maybe not clackier, but poppier sound, if you want to use the automatopoeia words, I think the Core series is still better for that. This has a slight bit more of a subdued, not necessarily flatter sound, but it's definitely a bit more bassier. I kind of like that though. And I feel like if we were to even put a piece of foam in this, you would get a little bit more of that, like even more accentuated bass. I like how this kind of stands out. Alphas sound fantastic. I like how this kind of stands out from some of the other boards. I do, from Neo's lineup. I think this kind of has its own like sound identity, if you want to call it that even, you know? It's super comfy to type on. I think I did like top mount the most. Poron definitely is up there though. Do the resonance chambers make a big difference in the bottom plate? What do you mean by that? Sorry. This sounds nice. It is a good sounding board. Looks fantastic as well, dude. That looks great. Well, those chambers help with making the board sound not as flat or aluminum sounding, you can call it. That's usually the draw of having something like that. Like, it would just make the board sound more full. I think I need to lube these a bit more. Noritech 70 build when? I think next week I said I'm going to do it. I can't remember when though. I like it. Me too. I think it sounds great. Actually, how did it sound with milky yellow? I didn't try milky yellow for top mount. Much better with cherry. Yeah, I think the cherry switch is my favorite. I have a feeling the milky yellow is going to be too bright as well. Milky yellow is kind of boring on this. To me, I don't really like the milky yellow all that much. The milky yellow, not really my thing on this. Alright, well, that's cool. We're going to stick with the cherry, I think. I do want to try one thing, though. Where is my switch opener? Did I leave that somewhere else? I wanted to just quickly hand lube. Actually, I don't know where it is right now. I was going to hand lube one of the granite switches because these are the stock ones. With just a little bit more to not make it as clacky, I guess. I didn't ditch roses, dude. What do you guys think, though, overall? Do you guys like the NEO98? I have no real complaints. I think the only thing, like, if we want to talk about, like, stuff, we'll write it down. We'll do our typical write down here. The pour-on gaskets. We'll move this over. Ugh. So the gaskets, I would say, so pour-on gaskets. My only complaint here is a bit finicky. That's it. Not a real, I would say, good objective complaint here. Well, maybe objective. Bit finicky. Not really like super sold on the way the pour-on fits into the top frame. I feel like it's easy for those to be rather tough to put in. But I do like how all three different mounting styles felt and sound different. So all different, which is a positive to me because sometimes they kind of overlap. I don't love boards that have like tons of different mounting styles and you're like, well, they all kind of feel and sound the same. This definitely had its own distinct sound profiles. I would say that the brighter sound was pour-on. So if you want to go with brighter, it's pour-on for sure. I would say a bit more flat / bassier was definitely going to be the silicone. And then I would also personally say the top mount was the most well-rounded, but also had the most like impact. So I'm going to say well-rounded is top. Also, I would say this is softer to type on, medium to type on, the most firm to type on. So in terms of like what you like as your comfort level, overall the board's very comfortable to type on. I think the low front height definitely attributes to that. What was 18 millimeters? Is crazy nice. I love that. Very comfy. I don't like, so I'll put like a little X here and check marks here. I didn't really care for the super fixed layout, but I understand, as we talked about earlier. I would like to see solder. Where's my solder layout? I honestly like the new Neo design language. Dude, I have to say that too. The new Neo design language is nice. I like it. No solder is crazy with being super fixed. Well, yeah, and then coming into this too, like plateless. Plateless would have been, dude, plateless would have been sick with this today. You know, it would have been nice. But I think the big ones here, like the Neo design language, that's a big one for me. I really like how they designed this board. The accent on this is really nice. Oh, accent has 2 C's. The accent's really nice on this board. I really feel like they did a good job with the accent. You can technically build this plateless. I don't see why not. The mounting's on the PCB, but you'd have to deal with hot swap. Extra crispy. Besides solder PCB, they also need to add split backspace in 7U bottom row. They had split backspace, but they didn't have 7U. So that's why we're calling it more of a fixed layout. Some options we'll put. Only a few options. But yeah, I think that's really like the only two gripes I really had with this board. Oh, and I guess to some degree, I guess from a overall like, I don't want to call it like hierarchy of design, but like the intention is we have three different mounting styles, right? But the only way to test those mounting styles are to take away or take apart the board. So we have to take it apart. However, it's a hidden screw design, which means it's a little bit of kind of a pain in the ass to take apart. Listen, I'm not going to complain because it really realistically is only a few seconds. Like, it is. But I think you kind of run the risk of like damaging a keycap when you're constantly pulling things off. Like, it's not the most conducive. It's not the most like user-friendly, I would say. So we'll kind of use user-friendly here to take apart because it's because it's a hidden screw design. You could scuff the case. So this is not as important. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. This is probably the least important thing I'm going to talk about here, even more so than the finicky gaskets. But, you do run the potential for damaging something like this, and if you want to play around with it, I guarantee you're going to be slowed down by having to constantly take apart keycaps. I feel like this might be a deterrent to take apart the board to try the three different mounting styles. Again, it didn't take much. It took us maybe an extra 25-30 minutes to experiment. So again, the least important criticism I have. But I think if you're going to make a keyboard personally and you have lots of different mounting styles, the idea should be it shouldn't be a super duper hassle to get into the board. But again, I feel like I'm being very, very nitpicky with this one. This is a super big nitpick. But yeah. 7U is talked about a lot on the Neo Discord, but they have 108 reasons to not include it. Did they mention what I mentioned? Was it because they can't have it flipped over, I guess, for the hot swap socket? I feel like the easiest way to include it would just be to... Well, actually, I don't even know, because the PCB had some cutouts over here. I don't even know if they can include it. But it would have been nice to see if it was designed around a solder PCB as well, where you could include it. Again, not the end of the world. It still looks great with the 6.25U. But yeah, I typically like longer spacebars. What notebook and pen combo? These are field notes. And then I use the Mod Musing X inventory pen. I would go for screws on the bottom. But I don't know, again, I'm talking out loud. I don't know if this is feasible because we went through this with the Manta as well. If you go with screws coming out from the bottom, that could potentially mean you make sacrifices on the board, which could mean sacrifices in front height, in bezel thickness, stuff like that. It's just something I'm talking about out loud. That's why I'm saying it's non-important at the end of the day, because it could not be feasible for this board. But yes, I think from like a philosophy standpoint of like how to make something easy when you have ways to build it, it might not make sense, whatever. I would not go with the catchball. So catchball system I think would ruin this board. But overall, like, am I happy with this? Absolutely. I think this slaps. I think this sounds great. This sounds like a very well-rounded board. I'm super happy with it. Sound-wise for this board, I think it's great. Oh yeah, the secret. Here, let me grab it for you. I'm curious now. I don't know. I'm really happy with the 98. I was a little worried. Where's that? Actually, no, it does look a little different. I was a little worried, but I'm glad they pulled it off so nicely. Well, catchball could make the whole system thicker as well. It might not only make the system thicker, but it could also change the sound of the board to some degree. Actually, it's different enough. It has the same, I'd say, like, you know, if you want to take out this part, the silver piece here, it's different enough, I think. I don't know, I like it. I don't think they're crazy similar, actually. Yeah, there's definitely subtle differences. Cool. Good job from QWERTY keys yet again. Again, I think the important thing to note here, though, guys, is in its base configuration, which I probably recommend, this is $150 before shipping. And I think this looks like a more expensive board. I hate to do this, but for me, when I see like bezels this thin, like a design language like this, I'm thinking something like 300 bucks. Even with no weights, is the, hold on, is the, these PVD bottoms, are these stainless steel or what are they? Are they just PVD'd aluminum? I think they're all just aluminum, guys. You're just paying for the PVD process. The PVD and spray are both stainless, I think. Okay, if they're all stainless, I'm not sure what material they all are. If they're all the same, because I think it's all the same material. Whatever material it might be, which, again, they didn't really disclose here, which would be nice to see. Only the PVD is stainless steel? Does it say? Oh, am I missing something here? Optional weight. Oh no, it is featuring a generously sized stainless steel weight available both in PVD and spray coated. So yeah, it's all stainless steel. I don't think there's a reason to buy the PVD unless you want the aesthetic for it. I think just getting the spray coated ones and keeping your board cost down by another like 20 bucks, 15 bucks, I think actually yeah, 20 bucks. I think it's fucking not worth it, personally. Unless you want the aesthetic, which by all means do you. Insane value, though. Again, like, look how many fingerprints I already got. I know I'm building the board and everything, but I don't love PVD personally. Just never been a big fan. No shit, both are stainless steel? Yeah, both are stainless steel. Again, dude, I can't complain about this. $150 for all this. It's fantastic. For something you would never really see, spray coat, it seems fine. Exactly. And I feel like underneath, if you have like a desk pad or anything that's a bit more abrasive, you're just going to scratch it up anyways. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Again, we're kind of going into the... Again, I just want to like purposely say this. We're going into the nitty gritty by bringing up some of these points, like the ones with the X's that I don't love. I don't think this takes away from the overall board, though. I'm just trying to be as critical as I possibly can be, while leaving some stuff up for interpretation that is more preference-based and subjective, like looks and sound and feel and stuff, but fantastic. Just notice your face cam is a different position when in the overhead cam. Wait, what? The face cam is in a different position when in the overhead cam? Oh, shit. You know what? I totally probably dragged this a little bit. You're right. I think that was me. I think I dragged it when I was moving things around. Thanks for pointing that out. I don't know how that happened. We taking notes? A little bit. Guess it unlocked or something. I don't know how the hell it happened. All right, right control sound test. How do I like this more than the CU stuff? Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys. The Core Plus series. How much is the Core Plus stuff? The Core Plus stuff. NEO98 Core Plus. Oh, this is not plugged in. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, I'm plugging in a new keyboard. Neo 65 Core Plus. For the Neo 65 Core Plus, mind you, they only have the copper weight available, but let's just pretend they had brass weight. For this in a plate, for $125, I know it's only $25 difference. I much prefer the sound signature overall from the Core Plus series. I have liked the Core Plus series from them, sound-wise. It fits more of my vibe since the Core Plus series came out. Even the CU series, like, I like the Core Plus more. The CU definitely is just an overall nicer product, it feels like. But yeah, dude, I can't get over how nice the Core Plus sounds. It's just a nice sound signature. It's poppy. Do I still have mine assembled? I think it's in the drawer now, but it's just overall nicer to a degree, and I prefer it. That's it. That's all. All right, though, guys. That is pretty much the stream today. This turned out great. This turned out good. Your computer probably has more keyboard HID registries and memory than actual motherboards manufacturing. What happened? Sorry? Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. We're reading Mikey? I'm down. My computer probably definitely has more stuff stored. There's so many keyboards that go in and out of this board. Avo is streaming on God. No, he's not, dude. If he is streaming right now, I'm gonna lose my mind. Where is he? He's not streaming. Don't even joke around like that, dude. This guy. Alright, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Fun keyboard. Excellent submission into the realm of keyboards that we've been looking at recently. Have a good night. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, but I'm streaming Sunday. We're doing the 75 version of the Neo stuff. You have a good one. Love you guys. Wait, and it has a question. Hold on. We have to answer Annette's question. Is he going to ask the question? All right, bye everyone. Have a good night. You guys, love you guys, and take care. Okay, we're not going to answer Annette's question. He's not typing it. I think he's trolling me, dude. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.